Hey guys, what's going on? Bowden here, and welcome to my DayZ 1.8 mod update. Just a little preview so we can see what's going to be coming up. It's scheduled for release between the 7th of September and the 14th, so that's actually next Saturday. So hopefully, well, we know what DayZ's like for release date, so it might be with us at Christmas, but it's just waiting Rocket and Matt Lightford's approval, and then we should have this new mod update coming very soon. So the first major change that's coming up in the new mod update is the spawn selection menu that will be available to all new characters. A character who's just died, you'll basically be able to choose from 6 different locations where you can spawn, and you'll also have an option to choose random. So if you see on the screen now, we've got 6 different towns, which are Balota, Berezino, Cherno, Electro, Kamenka and Solnici. And in the centre there you've got random as well. Now there's been mixed feelings about this on the forums and also on places like Reddit. Some people think it's a great idea, it means it's easy to meet up with your friends, and also if there's a place you want to be on the map quickly, like let's say you want to go to the Northwest Airfield, you can choose a Kamenka spawn and get there quickly. But obviously there are issues as well. Some people say it breaks immersion. A lot of the appeal of DayZ is just spawning in a random place, trying to find your way, trying to find out where the loot is, that sort of thing, and just trying to survive. And obviously that will be missing from this unless you select the random option, of course, which is still available. The other problem is that if you have a fight with someone in Cherno or Electro, it's easier for them to get back into the fight. But there is, it's not completely confirmed, but there is rumours of a cool-off period, so you can't keep spawning in the same place and keep getting in the same gunfight. The next thing I wanted to talk about is the new crafting system. Now this can be split into 3 main categories, which are weapons, medical and traps. So if we look at the weapons, you can craft things like such as a nailed bat, a barbed wire bat, a makeshift sledgehammer, and there's also an option of a chloroform rag as a weapon. Now that one's probably the most interesting because another thing they announced in the mod update is that you will now be able to access the gear of knocked out players. So basically it gives you the option to take anything from their gear out of their bag or on their actual main inventory without having to kill someone, which is the first time you've been able to do that in the DayZ mod. So it's really good actually. That'll actually help some of the killing on site. I mean, I'm guessing it's going to be quite hard to do killing someone or knocking someone out with a chloroform rag. I'm guessing you have to get behind them. Probably quite easy to do on a sniper on Electro Hill perhaps. But anywhere else it would be quite difficult, but it does give you that option if you want to be mainly a friendly player but you want to take some stuff off a guy, maybe just some medical supplies or something, but you don't feel comfortable talking to them, you can actually knock them out that way and loot them. So that's one thing. The next category is medical stuff you can craft, so that includes a makeshift bandage, and you can also make splints, makeshift splints. So that'll be a cure for a broken leg. Now I've got a feeling that it's only a temporary measure because there's 2 options. You can make one out of wood or you can make one out of metal, which I'm guessing is made from scrap metal. So that makes me think that maybe the wooden one doesn't last very long and the metal one lasts a little bit longer, but they both don't compare to the morphine. I'm not sure, this is me speculating, but either way, again, for a solo player I do think it helps out quite a bit because getting medical supplies can be quite difficult and you can only really get them from the 3 main cities, which are Berezino, Cherno and Electro. But now they've put a spawn up at Berezino, that town's going to get a lot more dangerous, so it just gives you an option to get medical aid in a different way. They're also given the option to make blood bags craftable. It says blood bag transfusion ready, which makes me think that maybe they might be introducing self blood bagging. Not 100% sure on that, but it is an option which could be available. The final category in crafting is the traps, which are made from tripwire or bear traps. That's going to be something else you can craft. I'm not sure how you do the tripwire. I'm guessing again it might be scrap metal, could be tin cans, something like that. But these traps will basically set off things like flares or smoke grenades, which could make combat very interesting. Like with our squad generally we'll look for where zombies have spawned to know if there's a player there or if there's a player approaching, but you could do stuff such as setting up a tripwire at the South Barracks at the Northwest Airfield and make it set off a smoke grenade or a flare, and especially at night that looks so cool, like just seeing a flare going off. It's something which I believe is in Armour 3, but having it in Armour 2 for DayZ will be really cool. And there's also an option to have an actual grenade set off, so it could actually be used as a weapon as well. One last point I'd like to make, which you might have noticed on the changelog I put up on the screen, is that fishing is now going to be available in the DayZ mod. So again, that's another way, playing in the hands of more solo survivors. Obviously before, if you were low on blood, you need a blood bag, or you have to go find an animal like a cow or sheep to kill, but a lot of the times you can't find them and you find yourself having to go in big open fields to kill them, and it can be quite dangerous. But now you can do fishing. Not sure how that's going to work, not sure if it's going to be just at sea or if it's going to be in the ponds as well, but I think I can see it being a slightly safer way of acquiring meat and getting new blood basically, and obviously regaining your or reducing your hunger as well. So that's a really good addition. Again, it's one which the community has been asking for a long time, and I think it's one we are expecting at some point in the standalone as well. But anyway, that's the end of the first part of this video. I'll go into some more of the changes later in the week. I'll be talking about the inventory changes and also addition of a new hotbar. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you had, make sure you share with your friends, and if you on Twitter, follow me. I'm at BowdenMovies. I put the link at the start of the video as well. I don't have many followers on there, so if any of you've got a Twitter, that would be great. And yeah, I'll see you all again very soon.